Good evening, folks. I did set it to, I guess, a premiere, but I think I hit a button and it went away. So I had to start over. I did work today. I worked on and off all day. It was a very long, hot day, got things done in between. And I waited patiently for all the videos, the YouTube creators to give updates about what's going on with the stimulus checks, the unemployment, the FPUC, the PUA, and what's going down. And the more I listened, this is a very good question. In the proposed bill, there has been talk. They want to incorporate, and this has been a talk for at least a month, re-employment bonus as an incentive for people to eagerly look for new jobs if they don't have a job to get back to work. And that's been a topic of discussion for a while, because the closer to the end of receiving the CARES Act, the FPUC, the $600 a week, they needed to figure out how to motivate people, because they learned there are a lot of people out there that were not earning $600 a week or $700 if you include the unemployment and the additional PUA or FPUC. People were making more money not working. So they did a temporary fix. This is proposed bill. Anything can change. Oh, I'm listening. I mean, they could come together tomorrow, the Republicans and the Democrats, they're butting heads, and meet in the middle and come up with a new number. But as of now, they want to give, on top of traditional unemployment, an additional $200 a week until the end of September, because they need more time to figure out. This pandemic went on way too long, and it's going to drag on at least until Election Day. And they already knew that. They're just blowing time, in my opinion. If you really listen and you pay attention every day, you know exactly what was going down. I feel a lot of this nonsense is all going to go away after Election Day. So they have to sit down and make a decision of, are they going to continue giving unemployment insurance and additional like FPUC or PUA until the end of the year? And how are they going to do that? How are they going to figure out just the right number that will motivate people to go out and work, because they're not going to earn, they're not going to receive enough money. But then it's not an insult to someone else that's continued working. There's a lot at stake. So as of now, they proposed a bill for $200 a week, but that could change. But that's what it sounds like it's going to be, on top of if you receive traditional unemployment until the end of September. And then after that, because they already knew that this was going to linger on as long as it did. First, it was, 2 weeks, then a month, and 2 months. They knew exactly what they were doing. But I believe that they did not calculate how high the price would be to do what they did. And now they're paying a price for it. So I'll take anything that they give me. After the end of September, what they want to do is they want to give people 70% of what they earn. They want to calculate it from people's 2019 tax returns. And if people didn't do their 2019 tax returns, they're going to go back into 2018. The stimulus check for $1,200 is a part of the bill. And if all goes to plan, the people should receive it at least by the end of August. Now, this is what gets me, guys. This is what gets me. If they give a re-employment bonus to people to go back to work, they're going to motivate people because they made people, they became comfortable. Why not relax and enjoy the rest of the summer? Why did you take away my $600? I wasn't complaining until you did this to me. Now they're going to force people. You can't live on $200 or $300 a week. It's going to force people to go out there and start working, whether it be part-time or full-time, get another job. I believe most people want to go back to work. Glad to hear it, Bobby T. So they're going to. My question is, when it comes to gig workers, whether you're food delivery or ride share or you're a shopper, with Shipt or Instacart or Dumpling, there are a lot of other gigs out there that I don't even do. And I know there are apps out there that we are independent contractors who pay our own way. We pay our own taxes, we pay our own insurance. So why should we take a hit? You know what I mean? Okay, I was out there today, but it's still in my area. Every area is different. That's another thing. Every area is different. I was on and off all day long because it wasn't a regular day. And it is July, and it is a pandemic, and half the places are still not open fully. A lot of places are closed still. And the places that are open, everything's much more slow. You got to figure out where to pick up. Side window, back window. When you pull up, that's the best one. Call, and we'll come out to you. That adds 5 to 10 minutes to every delivery. That slows production down. That means you work longer hours for less money. Do we receive a bonus when we go back to work? And if we do, what's the minimum hours that we need to prove that we're working? Because I don't have a problem with that. But I think it's unfair that something was taken away and then they're not going to reimburse us, reimburse the people. Another thing that I also happen to agree with, a part of the bill, the hazard pay for people who worked and the essential workers, and of course the medical field. Well, aren't they going to get anything? They didn't take off. They worked right through it while everybody was claiming everyone was going to get so sick. They still showed up for work. They deserve something with this new bill passing. Like, they need more time to figure out all the industries that they haven't spoken about. Well, they spoke about it, but they took no action. They didn't receive anything. And even SNAP comes into play with that. The eviction ban. I mean, geez. Now people are scrambling for extensions. People are panicking. So are landlords. Because everyone's going to get screwed. It's just going to trickle down. You're going to have a lot of people out in the streets because they're not going to be able to pay their rent. And it's not fair to expect the landlord to support someone because they have bills and then they have to cover the cost. Just because you're a landlord doesn't make you rich and doesn't make you so wealthy that you could do something like that. There's a lot at stake. It's part of the HEROES Act. But because of what we do in our industry, I want to know if there's a bonus for people to go back to work, how does that involve us independent contractors? Even in other industries, we open the doors. Say if you own a store, and now you can open up for business, and you're eager to go back to work and open up your place and offer all the jobs back. What happens to those people? Do they just say, well, be grateful you went back to work? Well, what about the past 4.5 months? Not everyone received that $600. There's a lot at stake. It's a mess. But when something should have never happened in the first place, a mess gets created. I think all of this is backfiring on them. I think the Republicans, they really wanted that payroll tax cut. And I know it was for businesses, but it would have put a little money back into an employee's pocket, a worker's pocket, but too slow. And then they said, well, our offer is 200 a week until the end of September. Maybe during the week when the Democrats and Republicans get together, maybe they'll come in the middle, 300, 350. So I did tell you I would keep you up with that. We are going to receive the stimulus check sometime in the end of August. Of course, each individual, 75,000 and under, $1,200. Marriage people, 150,000, 1,200 each. Same as before, but now it's 200 a week is what they want to give. I didn't write down what the HEALS Act, what its name. It's health something. I'll learn more about that. I did hear I should have wrote it down. I started to and I stopped because then there's a lot of preparing when you go live. You know what I mean, guys? You're sharing a lot of information. See, I believe people want to go back to work, but people are stuck home with kids. I'm thinking of the people that are with kids. They're stuck home in the summertime. They wouldn't mind riding out the rest of the summer if they know the schools are opening. And that's another part of the bill. They have to figure that out too. There's so much to figure out, and these people are going on vacation. I'm not saying they don't deserve a vacation, but they had all the time to figure all these out, all of this out. Yes, they were butting heads. However, what about the little people? And that's who's going to get hurt the most right now. And it's not fair. They had ample time to put into place how much are we giving until the end of the year? Are schools opening? Are we going to take care of essential workers and give hazard pay and all the other things involved? They should have had it done already. They make a lot of money. They want to take that 3-week vacation in August. The bill should have been written out. The decisions should have been made already. Should have been made. It should have been on paper, signed and delivered. Everyone should be on the same page. And look what happened. Look what's happening. They're doing a temporary fix. It's like putting a Band-Aid on. That Band-Aid could fall off anytime. And I have a feeling you're giving people $200 a week and their kids are home. There's going to be a lot of things going on in the next month. The next 6 weeks is going to be very interesting. Watching a lot of people struggle. Not everyone has a car and could just go and earn a few bucks like we do. Not everyone has an opportunity to go hustle and earn what they can. It's so out of control. So it made my ride a lot less boring. It wasn't great today, but at least I worked because now I want to get ahead because I'm not going to receive the same money next week. They definitely need a raise. Why are some of these essential? Making less than. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They stepped up to the plate and did the hardest part. And their jobs were harder. They had to wear full gear, suffocating, sweating, all the new rules, guidelines. Oh, taking care of temperamental customers because everyone's on edge. Hmm. They absolutely deserve a raise. And those essential jobs that people look down on for so many years, and I know people look down on it. They ain't looking down on them anymore because without those essential workers, they wouldn't have stores to go to get all the stuff that they need. Not everyone is ready to go shop online. And for a lot of people who are retired, that's a social thing. Go do their own shopping, save money, use the coupons, go do your thing. God, excuse me, my eyes are so itchy. Allergies beyond. QA lapse instead of figuring it out. Oh, and if there is a lapse with the $200, which they're assuming that it is, you will get retro pay after a few weeks. So some people, there is a huge possibility starting next week for a few weeks, millions of people will not receive any money. Like, what? Why? That shouldn't be. And that's a huge possibility. Now, guys, when I did unemployment and I thought I made a mistake, let me go back a little bit. Talking about retro. When I first did it, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I never went on unemployment. I started this in April, and then I received $600 on May 6th. And I was like, oh, I did it right. Oh, I guess I didn't qualify for unemployment. I was trying to figure it out. But they gave me the FPUC. But then I'm learning that people who don't qualify for traditional unemployment receive PUA. I finally get that. Then the week after, I received nothing. And I was like, oh, maybe I did something. Maybe they realized I earned too much money. And then the week after, that's when unemployment kicked in. And I started to receive the FPUC with the 10%, both of them, with the 10% tax taken out. So you don't have to pay the full 30% come tax time. You check the box if you want them to take 10%. I would have told them to take 30%, but they didn't offer that. That's why I set money to the side in an account earning interest, not just sitting there not earning any interest like I used to do. Financial education. Oh, it ended last week in Florida. Hey, Hindi Sunday. Hind Sunday. Hello. But I agree, they shouldn't be a lapse. A lot of people are going to be hurting for a few weeks while the people who are earning big bucks making all these decisions. Okay, you're allowed to go on vacation, but you're screwing the people. You're not helping them. A lot of people are going to be hurt. They're going to go out the second half of the summer struggling. They're going to be eager to receive that stimulus check, that $1,200. Personally, and I see myself in the near future earning more than $75,000 a year. I wish I could say I earn $100,000 a year. I don't need the $1,200. I'm just not in that position yet, but I'm getting closer. If I stayed where I was as a waitress or working at a store, I would never get there. But at least now I know I'm finally going to get there. And I deserve it. I work really hard for it. I developed amazing skills in a different industry. I would rather say, nah, I earned 95,000 a year. I'm not going to receive the $1,200. You know what I mean? I got sick with coronavirus and I'm essential worker. Only I got paid 60% from my salary. No holiday pay, no bonus because I got coronavirus. But you're supposed to receive something if you got the virus. I don't know how all that works because that didn't happen to me. I just understand, my situation with unemployment and the FPUC. It took me a month to even understand it, and I thought I understood it fully. And then all of a sudden last week, I was like, no, people who receive PUA don't qualify for traditional unemployment insurance. It's so confusing, especially when you're not used to it and you never needed help before. Floridans are screwed till the politicians figure it out. You know what? Everyone's going to be screwed. I'm going to pay real close attention. I'm going to watch those YouTube channels that I love watching and learning about all this stuff. Keeps me in the know. And I also want to know because I want to know, am I going to receive any money? Now, here's my question. The first week they sent me 600 and then they skipped a week. And then they put it into play where they took out the 10% for taxes and I received, 525 for FPUC because they took out 10% and 159 in New York State, 25 for traditional unemployment is what they felt what I had coming to me with my 1099s after evaluating my 1099s. Am I going to get retro pay for the week that they missed? Or the weeks? Because I applied in April and I didn't receive any kind of assistance until May 6th. So I'll keep you up to date with that too, because that's been on my mind too. Am I going to receive those weeks that I waited, that I never received? I don't know. or that, well, at least that week that they skipped. I don't know. I won't know until next week comes and I see what happens. And I will certify every week to see what happens. I just don't know. So you guys, you're on it. You get it. Hello, Rideshare Lisa. Thank you for the advice. Thank you very much. I'll be more fast on my feet next time. I should have done that. That worker was wrong. You should get retro pay. Well, we'll see. Well, that's what I think, but then you never know. I mean, I think they're gonna skip weeks while they're on vacation. And the little people, they're gonna be, I could get out there and hustle. Okay. It's not what I was making for the same hours, but at least I know I could earn some kind of money while this is going on. I'm just gonna do my thing. It's just not, if I really wanted to hustle fast, that ain't happening here. It's just not. You're not earning the same kind of money. And nobody should work for free. It's bad enough most of the people I meet don't even know to write off their miles. So they're really working for free. They don't know you can write off your maintenance of your car if it's not combined with your miles. They don't know to use the Get Upside app that you can find in the link in the description below. So they're really working for pennies. And Uber today tried to get me to work for pennies today. I was getting pissed. Thank God for tips again. And then the last couple of hours, and it ended like 9 o'clock because it's over. I'm not going to wait around for one order an hour. It's over. It was like 8:45. My last couple of hours, I did Grubhub, and they were paying $9 in the same town, pick up in one town, delivering it into the same town. The next order, almost $11, pick up and drop off in the same town. That was worth my time. I wasn't far. I only drove, what, I hit like 65 miles today, and I didn't go far at all. But Uber wanted me to go far. Double pickups, little money. And they got me on one, but both customers gave me $5. That was really nice. Didn't have to do that, but that was really nice. It made it because I was like, that was a lot of driving for very little money. And then I saw the 2 tips. I was like, oh, well, then it made it worth it then. And of course, got to write it off. Now, soon we're going to be a cashless society. There'll be no more cash tips. The government's going to know every dime you make. Cash is going away. No doubt in my mind. That's another video for another topic. I was thinking about that. Like, I got my tire plugged or patched last week. I gave the guy $3. The kid did it. They do it right outside. It's like a no frills kind of place. You pull up, you're next in line. They just focus on tires. And he plugged my tire. I gave him $3. I'm not going to be able to do that unless I give it to him on a card in the near future. Cash tips going away. It's going to be a cashless society. So thank you, Lisa. From the day you applied. I hope so. I hope I come back and say, they gave me $1,200. That would be great. Oh my gosh, I hope. Oh, that would be amazing. Amazing. I can't apply for UI because my work doesn't shut down or reduce hours, and only FF for sick. See, I don't know what kind of job you have. I don't know your rules. I'm sorry, I don't understand all of that. But if you got coronavirus, anyone who got coronavirus is getting some kind of compensation. You got coronavirus? Even these gig apps were paying people that got coronavirus. Notice the coin shortage. No stores. Of course, it's a lot of little things. And then it gets to a point where you can't go back anymore. You can't return. You only can move forward. They're forcing people. They're training people to live in a different way. And now they're going to pay a price for it. I don't feel the pandemic needed to go on this long. They should cover people. They should pay. They should give people enough money to live. Not everyone is a Not everyone has it in them to be the kind of hustler that we're hustlers. I would think a lot of gig people, like gig workers, shoppers, the gig drivers, the rideshare people, we're all hustlers. We're all in the same category, but we also have the right equipment. We drive. I know a lot of people in my town. Places don't open up. They don't have jobs. They jump on the bus. They don't have the greatest jobs. They're working for $12 an hour. They need to travel a town or two away. They walk and they take the bus. So it limits them the opportunities to generate income when they want to. Having a license gives you a lot of choices. Having a reliable car gives you a lot of choices, a lot of options. So I did want to update everyone about that. I did that. Thank you. I hope I get the retro pay. That would be amazing. I want everyone to know that I love Mondays. I used to hate Mondays. After working a long weekend, I was a cripple, even when I waitressed. I'm not just talking about my last job. I love Mondays. I wake up. I can't wait to hear what's going on in the stock market. I can't wait to start over. I worked on my business. I earned some money today. I got errands done. I love Mondays. I'm very lucky. Very lucky. They used my sick time. Then they paid me sick leave, emergency. So I don't know what that is. Oh, well, at least you got something, but that must be the way they do it. That must be the procedure of your job. I'm sorry. I don't know every job. I don't know how it works, like everything. But at least you got something, but I'm not sure like how everything works, guys. I'm sorry. So the HEROES Act has to come into play. The payroll tax break, that doesn't sound like they're going to get that. Renters might be kicked out, but they're shooting for extensions. But at the end of July, there was no help to a renter. There's going to be a lot of people out in the street. A lot of people are going to be struggling, or a lot of people are going to be living in one room with all their friends. Not everyone has the same situation. That's just the way it is. Not everyone is in the same situation. Some people have it a lot harder than us. I think I could compare it to I. My place is small, but I own it. I'm very lucky. I worked for it, but I also had guidance. When I was younger, you're not going to rent, you're going to buy, Michelle. You stayed home this long, you're going to buy. Best thing my parents ever did for me. Best thing. And they're from a different, right before my dad, passed, in the last few years of his life, he was telling me, don't give up. This is the future, Michelle. He had he wasn't computer savvy, but he was no dummy. And he said, don't let the opportunity pass you by. It is an opportunity that you can create something to fall back on. And he didn't say it don't work. He just said, don't let it pass you by. And someone else that I, looked up to, and it was a confidant and life experience, said the same thing to me a long time ago. It might not become your whole life, but don't let it pass you by. Not everyone has that growing up. Not everyone has what it takes to get out from under. Some people have 10 times more than me and they came from less than. Some people can do that. They're very smart and savvy. They work. They deserve everything they get. They deserve everything they have. So you have to feel for the people who, they're going to be screwed. And I live I wake up in the morning now, since I'm home a lot. There are people, they go in the garbage pails and they walk up and down Merrick Road and they're digging out for the bottles or anything they can grab. But the bottle people, they go to all the stores and they do bottles all day. Now, at least they're making, I would think, a minimum of $50 a day. At least they're hustling. They're doing what they can do with the skills that they have. You can't knock them for surviving. So I could go on and on, guys. I didn't want this to be too long. It's already 30 minutes. There was so much going on. I'll be uploading more videos. I really want to upload about 2 great topics to my other channel, but now I'm tired. I thought I'd do this now. Oh, I thought I'd do this now. Can you see that? Any likes are appreciated. Thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. And I really want to do it this week. At least 2 videos that have been on my mind for weeks. And now it feels right, about what I've learned about growing my online business. And I want to share what the changes I've made. And I do it for free, guys. All I ask is, if you visit this channel, Internet Education 101, and you like the videos and you appreciate the information that I share, because it's information that it took me 10 to 15 years to figure out how it works. And I do it on pennies. A lot of people charge for that information. I just want you to like those videos, and I want you to subscribe to this channel. Because if I have 2 channels that I'm earning a little bit of passive income, that makes up for all the very important information that I share, the knowledge that I share, the experience, so you don't make the same mistakes. And it helps people learn. That woman, Ada, I know she's trying to build websites. She's going to find it very interesting. I even wrote down a name someplace, Ada something. She's trying to build websites. Hold on. I did write it down because I cleaned off my desk. Otenia Row. Ottena Row. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information over here. Please like and subscribe on both channels. It's my way of giving back. And if you go through all that struggle, you deserve to succeed. I got a lot coming. And this was a learning curve. I understand so much more than I did. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget the likes. And there's so much more to come, guys. I'll be keeping you in the know. And the main question of this video, and as I'm listening to the videos, I'm going, damn. Well, if we gig workers all go back to work 30 to 40 hours a week, and we could prove it, do we get a re-employment bonus too? Or is it just workers that go back to a job and they're on W-2s? They receive W-2s. We pay our own way. We're independents. I would rather be an independent. Going into the second half of my life, life's a lot easier. I could take care of myself. I understand both sides of the, what's that word? Spectrum, but there's another word. I've been on both sides, and I'll take the independent. I don't mind paying my own way. Do we get that bonus too? I'm very curious where that comes into play. If that even is considered with the reemployment, that's what I meant to say. Reemployment bonus. Reemployment. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thanks, Rideshare Lisa. You're welcome, Hind. Thanks a lot, Bobby T. For upper middle class and the rich. Yes, but you were also going to get a little money. You were also going to receive a little more money in your paycheck every week. I understand what you're saying, but everybody gets a little piece of the pie that way. But it takes too long. But it is going to help the upper middle class and the rich overnight, of course. Usually they're the ones that get helped the most. It's pennies, though. Yes, you're right. You're right. It's pennies. Thanks, Rideshare Lisa. I really do appreciate it. Guys, heard a lot of people what they are behind. I worked hard to make sure I didn't get behind. I hear a lot of people what they are going to do because they are behind. A lot of people are going to go more behind. You know, it's going to be a very strange 5 weeks to the end of August. Really, the end of September, they're saying this is temporary. So if they meet in the middle, maybe it will be $300. But as of now, it sounds like $200 on top of unemployment. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one, everybody. It was fun. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thumbs up.